Do you do you love yourself and do you believe in yourself?
I do. I do. It's a day by day kind of job, like learn to love yourself. I know we all have fears, we all may have insecurities, we all may have obstacles in life. But once again, that's when you realize that you're surrounded by people that cares about you, people that loves you, and that, at least in my personal opinion, it's enough motivation.
Here we are tonight, watching the end of a sunset over Lady Bird Lake. It's beautiful, and you'll see behind us the city of Austin. I wanted to introduce you to our new friend today. Could you introduce yourself?
Hey, hi, my name is Carlos.
So yeah, we're here with Carlos tonight, and he's agreed to share a little bit about himself and to participate in our efforts to normalize people talking about being themselves and being happy and pursuing their freedom and happiness. So here we go. We'll get right into it. What is your energy like today?
Well, first of all, I was working this afternoon, and you know how temperatures have been lately. But right now, I feel pretty good. It's right now you can feel how nice weather is. Okay, all windy, and as you see me, I mean, as you saw when you approached me, I was excited trying this new toy I got. So I'm in a good mood right now. Pretty happy, pretty excited.
Good. I'm happy for you. Do you remember the way that you felt right when you woke up this morning?
Yes, I do. I will say I was, first of all, I was tired because it was a long day yesterday as well. But I was looking forward once again to try this new device today. And yeah, I was just like, okay, today is the day. So I was kind of pumped and motivated. Same thing to go to work in the afternoon. So yeah, I was in a good mood when I woke up too.
It's so nice waking up on the right side of the bed. Oh gosh, we all love those days. So, what do you like to do with your time in your life? What do you like to do?
Well, it may sound like, how do you say, like when everybody says kind of the same, but I actually really do love photography, video, landscape video, nature video, landscape photography, and of course, once again, I love listening to music. I mean, like that's like an important part of my daily life. Like I cannot live without music. Yeah, basically that's it. And of course, going out with good friends for dinner and a good conversation. I think that's actually one of my favorite things to do. Spending time, quality time with good friends. I think that's it.
I love that. And what kind of music?
Well, I grew up in the 90s, so I'm definitely a 90s music person. But also, I'm so into house music. I love house music for real. And here in Austin, I have the chance to attend like great shows uh, at least once a month, if not twice. Yeah, technically, house music and 90s music.
Nice. I like electronic music as well. Um, what are simple things that you enjoy? Maybe even mundane things.
I think we're in the right place to answer that question. The simple things in life is precisely taking a moment of the day to come to this bridge just to see the sunset. That's one of the simple things in life that I really enjoy. Just watching at the sunset, forgetting about everything, relaxing, and just admiring how this big star goes down slowly, and then all the colors you can see in the sky once it goes down. Same thing with the moon. I love staring at the moon. I call myself a moon hunter. Whenever full moon nights approach, I'm always hunting for it, trying to get some good photos. With the moon, it's the opposite. Try to get photos of the moonrise. I love that too. Yeah, so let's say those are the simple things in life because they are priceless. Um, I mean, that's it.
I love that. I'm glad that you can enjoy the simple things that are there every day, like the sun rising and setting. Um, where's your happy place? If you could be anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I guess my mom's house, definitely. Yeah, I'm lucky to still have my mom. I mean, for her to be alive, she actually is gonna be 85 this September. So I can't wait to go home to visit her and spend her birthday with her. Spend some really quality time with her. Yeah, definitely home. There's no place like home, you know.
Beautiful. I'm glad that you have your mom and that you get to go home. That's really special.
Yep.
And if you could do anything right now with no limitations on what's realistic, what do you think you would do?
Uh, Probably travel the world, explore the world, go to new places, you know, every kind of places, go to the beach, go to some cave, go to the mountains. Again, just travel the world. I mean, both the nature and the city, why not, you know, knowing new cities, probably like Italy, France, Japan, Australia, why not? Or even here in the States, going to New York, you know, going to Alaska, going to some exotic place like Iceland, for example. You know, that's, I mean, again, exploring the world, the feeling.
Beautiful. This is a very common thing that people are saying. Everybody wants to see the world. It's so natural for us. Um, changing gears a little bit. How does love impact your life?
Uh, let's say I've learned some good lessons. I mean, like every relationship always leaves a lesson, you know. Let's say you learn from mistakes, you learn from both good and bad relationships, but I think you learn even more from, let's say, bad relationships. That way, you learn to do or not do things to make your next relationship better. But also, not all relationships are the same. That's obvious too. But yeah, I guess love it's a good, an interesting part of human beings, you know. But yeah, I'm okay with love right now, and I could say I feel love by my friends, my close friends and family. The feeling I can feel the love coming from them.
I'm glad you can feel it. My next question is, do you feel as much love as you feel like you need? Do you have enough love in your life?
Yes, yes, I know I hesitated to respond, but you know, starting with my mom's love, there's no love like mother's love, definitely my brother's love as well. And friends, once again, best friends. I mean, knowing that your friends love you, appreciate you, and of course, it's reciprocal as well. I mean, it's um, it's equal. So yeah, I'm I feel love too.
That is beautiful, and I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Hey, Shane, thanks for your patience, man. You can start playing now. So, as you know, we're on the bridge here. Commonly, there's circles here, people performing, and Shane's over there playing guitar. You can check him out at Little Universe, Litl Universe on Instagram. So you'll hear him going in the background, and that's just more of the spirit of Austin. So we're gonna keep going here. What role does nature play in your life?
Oh, what role does nature? That's kind of a complex question, I will say, but I say it does plays a role in the fact that makes me concerned, you know, to learn about what is going on in the world with natural reserves, you know, or just natural areas that unfortunately are getting devastated, you know, deforestation, fires, floods, the Antarctic area melting, you know. So I guess in that sense, it's like an important part. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way, but I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to explain, to express regarding nature's impact in my life.
I hear you. I hear you. Um, what are your goals? Could be short term, could be long term. What are your goals?
Well, that's a good question too. I don't think much about it, but of course, part of my goals are like um, living a good life, always trying to help those in need with what is within my possibilities to do, and of course, also make my business grow. That way I can help more people too. I mean, both with my work, with my business, and once again, with maybe any other resources that I may have.
I see, I see. So along those same lines, just what do you hope for in your lifetime? What do you hope that you get to see? What do you hope that you get to experience?
Oh,
Maybe see for the world.
well, better conditions for those in need. I know it's like something that looks eternal, all those people living in poverty, uh, starving, etc. But not just those. I mean, not just the homeless people, but everybody in general. I mean, I wish someday we all could be happy, find peace, find happiness, and have at least the minimum in life to have how do you say, a fair life. That you don't have any needs. I mean, for people to not have any needs. And of course, this also, like, everybody talks about it, but peace. I mean, it will sound like everybody says world peace, but I really mean it, because sometimes it makes me, with all this war news lately. In my case, I'm like, come on, it's 2022 and there's still wars around the world. So I hope one day that stays in the past, and we look towards a better future where there's harmony in the world. Yeah.
I have the same hopes. Oh wow. I got scared. So what matters to you the most in your life? What's the most important part? What's the most special part?
My mom's health, definitely. Knowing that she's doing all right, hoping that she lives many years to come too. I mean, to celebrate more birthdays with her. And of course, my family, my close friends. I mean, all my friends, but especially my closest friends. That's what I do care about the most.
So your mother took very good care of you.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You have no idea. My love. I mean, the love I have for my mom is infinite. I mean, and even that is not compared to everything I have received from her in this life.
Thank you for sharing that. So many people are gonna be touched by that.
Yeah, I will
Thank you
never
for
be
sharing.
able to pay everything she has done for me. That's all I have to say. Yeah, no matter how hard I try. I mean, I know she's happy whenever I give her any kind of gift, anything. She's like, you should have bought. I mean, like, it wasn't necessary. And I was like, Mom, this is nothing compared for everything you have done for me in this life. So, yeah, it will never be enough for me.
The world needs mothers.
Oh, yeah.
Mothers run the world. So, to change gears, what are some things that you worry about sometimes?
Sometimes, right now, I can't think of anything. I guess I could say everything is going all right with my life right now, that I haven't had the time to stop, to take a moment to think about it, about what makes me worried. So right now, I feel like I cannot give you an answer with that.
You're not worrying all the time, no?
Say it again, sorry.
You're not worrying so much then.
Not that much, honestly. Not that much lately.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. Um, what's something about you that you don't have to prove, you don't have to think about it too much, just something about yourself that you're just proud of? What are you proud of in yourself?
The ability I have to meet new people, for people to open up with me, tell me about their life, and create a bond with them, to start a relationship, let's say a friendship, most usually. So yeah, I think it's that. I mean, the easiness I have for that kind of stuff. Let's say that way.
That's really special. That's really special. We need people that can connect with people. Um, if you had to give one advice to people who are listening to our interview, what would it be?
Wow, that's another good question too. Uh, I will say love, um, love your neighbor. Yeah, help your neighbor, but give unconditional love to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family. Yeah, I think that will be my advice. And also, I have this saying. I mean, it's not mine, but I use this a lot. Like, what is gonna be, it's gonna be. And as I say, everything happens for a reason, and it doesn't happen for a reason as well. So, yeah, that's my advice. Like, never give up with what you want. Yeah, that will be my advice.
Thank you. People are gonna love that. Thank you. Um, do you think that our society and government does enough to foster a culture of tolerance and compassion?
Not really. Not really. I think they definitely could do better with that. And we all know that talking about this topic sometimes is kind of complicated, because of course we all have like different ideas, different opinions, and sometimes it's hard to agree, with everyone else's point of view. But in this particular question, once again, I think government could do more, and also I think society needs to do better as well. I know there's a lot of good people out there trying to make this world a more peaceful place to live in harmony once again. But I know there's also a lot of people that unfortunately doesn't have the same ideology. Um, those ideologies just clash. But once again, I think we as society, we can do better. We need to do better.
I agree. We can do better. And I hope that everybody listening feels that each person actually has some ability to contribute and that we can do it as a community. That's something that I hope people are going to feel. Do you love yourself and do you believe in yourself?
I do. I do. It's a day by day kind of job, like learn to love yourself. I know we all have fears, we all may have insecurities, we all may have obstacles in life. But once again, that's when you realize that you're surrounded by people that cares about you, people that loves you, and that, at least in my personal opinion, it's enough motivation to keep going forward. Regardless any obstacle, any insecurity that there could be in life. So yeah, I mean, once again, I feel really good right now, especially these years, really quick. 2018 and 2019 were really challenging years for me.
Yeah.
Like they were bad. I mean, emotionally, mentally, and even financially,
Yeah.
I was in a dark place. But 2020, ironically, that's when everything started to go all right. Last year was great, and this is going so great so far as well. So, yeah, that's how it is right now.
What was the turning point for you when things start getting better?
No doubt. Yeah, I will say 2021 was a turning point year for me, no doubt, no doubt.
What is your response and feeling about the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
Well, I was talking to a good friend of mine. She's a mental therapist, and one of the things I told her, it's kind of a double standard thing. I mean, like we all human beings, we all have been there at least once in life. But of course, in my opinion, I think it's something unfortunate. It's a disgrace that women can have the right to choose what to do with their bodies, because every single case is different. Every single woman has a particular reason. I mean, unfortunately, this double standard is related to ignorance. When people tends to think that an abortion, it's because, oh, I went out, on a crazy night, and then I got pregnant, and I don't want this responsibility. It's not just about that. There's so many different reasons that I cannot list right now because it will take a few minutes. But I know you know, and I know people knows what I'm talking about. But yes, no doubt, it's a step backwards with women rights and of course human rights as well. I mean, women as humans, no doubt, it's a step backwards.
Yeah. And how does it feel in your heart when there's news about children getting killed and people getting killed and the state of gun control?
That's actually a really good question. Same thing. Is this double standard? Of course, it is a disgrace, and they think they can fight. They can fight. Sorry, guns with guns. I know I may step in some people's toes, but this Second Amendment thing. I mean, I don't understanding. I don't understand it at all. I mean, I don't agree with it. I know it's part of the Constitution. I do respect that, but that doesn't mean that I agree with it. And of course, it's a stupid thing. I mean, this society being so in love with guns, with firearms, this obsession makes me sick to my stomach, especially after seeing all these kids getting murdered. That's so heartbreaking, and especially seeing that it happens so often here in the States, that is supposed to be the best country in the world. They pride themselves, oh, we're the best country in the world. How come the best country in the world is killing their kids that way, with those laws? Yeah, that's something unacceptable. That's something that makes no sense, without a doubt.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on that. So let's just show a little bit about your passion, your connection to artistry, and I have three questions for you along those lines. So first, tell the people about what's your favorite genre of music.
Well, once again, one thing I love about '90s is precisely the vast array of musical genres that were done back in the day, back in the '90s. But of course, I will say grunge. Yeah, it was a grunge decade. Alternative music, of course. And I think you asked for three genres, but I will
Oh no,
go.
I have two more questions.
Yeah.
Just go. That's your favorite
Oh,
genre?
yeah. And also, I love jazz, blues music. Yeah, I mean, I can listen to classic music, to opera singers, but also I can listen to heavy metal music, electronic music. Like, I like diversity with music. Yeah, I mean, I like a vast array of musical genres.
And is there a book that you've read that's had an impact on you? A memorable book?
Being honest, I haven't read that many books in my life. I do like to read. I mean, I read a lot of publications, but like books or novels in general. Honestly, I haven't read that many. So I cannot name a particular book.
Okay. And is there a movie that you like a lot, or a really good movie.
Wow. There's actually like a lot of movies, but I think a classic one. I'm gonna tell you a few because I mean I don't have a particular one, but of my favorite movies, I will say The Shawshank Redemption. That's definitely must watch. I like Big with Tom Hanks. I love that movie too because we all sometimes we wish we could go back in time, be kids again at least for a day or two or maybe a week. I mean, so no doubt that music, I mean that movie, it's a good one that moves everyone. Takes everybody to their childhood. And this other movie I like is it's a French movie. I don't remember the name of the actors, but the movie is called Untouchables in French. I think it's called Just Friends here in the States. And there was actually a remake with Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston. I think it's called The Upside Down. But the French one, oh my God, that's an amazing movie, a beautiful movie. Every single time I have recommended that movie, people's always thankful, like, dude, thanks for the recommendation. No doubt, it's a great movie. Yep.
Great. That's all I had for you in terms of questions, and now I just want to wrap up on telling people how I felt and what I learned about you so far. So,
can I say, I'm almost forget, best Christmas movie ever, Die Hard, with Bruce Willis. You can't deny it. It's a Christmas movie.
I'm like, why is that a Christmas movie?
Yeah, Die Hard, the greatest Christmas movie ever.
Okay. So I'm here with Carlos. Shane's playing in the background. We have a light up pedicab to our left here. And talking to Carlos tonight was really easy. I felt really safe. I felt really secure, really comfortable speaking with you. And I noticed that you have a really clear voice. You have a resonance to your voice that it's very clear to understand what you're saying. So you're really able to express yourself. You're really giving of really how you felt. And what really I noticed about you is every time I asked you what's important to you, what do you value, what matters, what makes you happy, every time you said your mom. And I just think that's beautiful, and it inspires me to remember to appreciate my mom, but also to just think about the way my mom loves me. If I could love other people that way, I could be a much better person. So I love that you have the focus on your mom and your family, your friends. I think it's really sweet.
Yeah, indeed. Now that you mentioned that, I mean, that's actually a really good perspective. If we could love everyone the same way moms do love us, wow, it will make a huge impact in the world. And as I say, indeed, I dare to say my mom is a beloved woman in our community, in our neighborhood, at her church. Like, I mean, she has a really beautiful soul. And I know people will may be like, oh yeah, of course, because it is his mom, that's why he talks so good about her. But I always say is this, it's not just because it is my mom, it is because she actually is the way I'm describing her. And even with everything I say, it makes no justice to the really good person she is in this life.
That's beautiful. I'm glad that you had that influence and that support in your life. So yeah, I just want to finish maybe by giving you a bit of a blessing. I want to say thank you. Thank you for spending your time and your energy with me and sharing your wisdom with me. And for you, I just wish that each day you'll take it as it comes, always excited, always pursuing what you love, and always believing in what you care about, and keep loving yourself and keep loving your family. And I think that you're going to have a fantastic effect on this world with your big heart.
Thank you, Miles. I really appreciate the opportunity. It's nice meeting you, and of course, it's also nice having the opportunity to have this forum, let's say it this way, to talk about what I feel, the way I see the world, my ideals. So I appreciate that too for giving us that opportunity to share this with the world.
I think people are going to appreciate it. Um, I remember that you mentioned that you have a business. So since we're closing, is there any business or art installation or anything happening in town or your own business that you want to shout out?
No, actually, it has absolutely nothing to do with my hobbies. It's it's a moving business. So you saw me, flying my drone, taking some
Yeah.
photos. That's my passion.
So what's the name of your moving business stuff, just so people know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's called Alpha Moving ATX. Yeah, Alpha Moving ATX. That's the name. We're local. We're local. But yeah, so that's it. And as I said, we actually, now that we're talking about that, that's one of the best satisfactions I have in my daily life. I mean, of course, not just getting paid for that, but I think even better is the words from our customers, that knowing that they're satisfied, that they're thankful that we help them, moving to their new places. I mean, for me, that will always be the best part, when they say, hey guys, thank you so much. You did a really good job. I really appreciate what you did today. You guys killed it today. You did a great job. And we're really grateful about it. I think that's the best part for me.
So you heard it. If you're moving in Austin, Texas, consider moving with Carlos. He's a great guy.
Thank you. We'll take care of you guys.
And enjoy your new drone.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And thanks again for your time. Can we hug to close the interview?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Miles. I appreciate it.
Thank
man.
you, Carlos.
And really quick, also before closing the interview, when I first moved here, I was invited by a friend from my hometown who moved here about 20 years ago. Then he started his own business back in 2010. So he invited me to work with him, And my first weeks, my first months here were kind of depressive. I was homesick. It was the first time I was this far from home. And I cannot remember how many weeks went by before having a hug from someone here in Austin. When that person gave me that hug, I was like, wow. Wow, it felt so relieving, I felt a really good energy. I was needing a hug really, really bad because I'm a hug kind of person. I'm a hugger. I remember when the first persons I met, and this guy from Canada in particular, anytime I see him, I will not just shake his hands, but I will be like, hey man, how you doing? He will be like, hey, what's up? Hey, man, it's just like, it's a show of appreciation, because I consider you my friend, and that's how I greet my friends. I like to give hugs as a proof of the appreciation I feel for you, the affection I feel for you as a friend. Yeah, but he was like, okay. I know, not all people likes that kind of interaction, let's say. I don't know. But I know you understand what I mean. But once again, and unfortunately, I can't remember who was that person. When that person gave me that hug, I was like, oh, wow. I was needing this so bad, so bad. Yep.
Well, that just speaks to that everybody is vulnerable. Everybody needs a place to call home. Everybody needs community. And everybody needs some love and some support. And you deserve to be supported. You deserve to be safe and secure, my friend.
Thanks, Miles.
Thanks for spending this evening with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thanks everybody for watching as well. Muchas gracias.
Same sun, same stars, same world, same sky, same war, same blood, same tears, same lies, same pride, same strife, same struggle, same glory. One people, one life, our chance, our story.